Bonjour, are you getting back into yoga? Yes? Well, I'm offering you a great practice now to slowly get back into it. I am back home in my garden here and I've just been out in the bush filming some pretty cool yoga videos. So I'm offering you today one nice easy video. It's an easy Vinyasa practice to regenerate, slowly get back into it as we start to come back to sort of normal life away from the holidays and getting some movement. So check it out. It's not very long, just to get some movement happening and feeling again the breath and just getting back into it. And join me. So if you like the video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and also share it. This will help me very much in terms of the YouTube algorithm, because the more you share it, the more it's going to actually help me to spread the good love and the good word and the good yoga out. So just again, share it, share with your friends, come back, practice it, come meet me in some yoga studios. Don't hesitate to send me a little comment and put that on the comment down below, below the video, and enjoy. Get on your mat and I'll see you there on the mat. À tout de suite. C'est moi encore, Julien, Yoga Essence Sanctuary, in a bit of a special place. So I don't know if you can see here, but it's burnt before. So the trees are regenerating. I'll probably try to show a picture because it's probably a bit too small for you to see. It's quite interesting how the trees actually regenerate. And I found that was probably the best spot, just a table by the fire there. So we'll just do a Vinyasa class to regenerate, nice and easy. So we'll start in a tabletop. So placing your hands excuse me placing your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and we'll just start to work the spine, rounding, curving, working with the breath. So again, just nice, easy, regenerative practice. So we'll be working on the spine just like the trees regenerate. And again, they grow from the trunk. This is, if that's what's left, that's your most important. That's the backbone. That's why it's called the backbone, actually. And that's what we're doing. So you can start to connect with your Ujjayi breath, if you have that, or any deep breathing, inhaling as you arch into your spine, looking up. Maybe you can already go a bit further now, pushing your hands into the floor, the table, if you have a table. If you do fancy things like me, pushing so that you open through the shoulder blades, back of the heart, and gently you can release into child's pose. You can spread your knees nice and wide, stretch your arms forward. Just taking a few breaths here, trying to find a bit of length here, reaching your tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Maybe you can creep your fingers slightly further forward, lifting under your armpits so that you start broadening into your collarbones. Just a few breaths here to try to separate between each vertebrae, nourishing all the discs, nose. And then gently, you probably want to keep your hands where they are. They should be probably just about right. Tucking your toes under hip width distance apart. And you can find a down dog, nice and slow. Soft bend into your knees, your feet are hip width distance. You can bend into your knees. And we'll just start working onto the spine a little bit more. So you can come into a plank position. If this is too much, you can come back onto your knees. Try to round into your spine, tucking your tailbone slightly under. And then as you exhale, navel in towards the spine, pushing onto your hands, reach back to your down dog. We'll take 3 like this. See if you can round into your upper back as you come forward into your plank. Exhale, reach your hips back and up. Couple more like this. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, reach back. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now we'll go maybe a little bit further. We'll start with the knees down. If you can go a bit further and arch into your spine, you can start to find a Bhujangasana. Or if you can go further, exhale to reach back. We'll go straight into up dog. So again, choose your position. Maybe first just Bhujangasana. If you release your hips to the floor, releasing maybe your toes. Exhale, reach back. So this is not if you have lower back issues, obviously. Inhaling, coming forward and into up dog, maybe staying onto your toes, broadening into your collarbones. We'll take 2 more like this. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, nice and strong into your core. Inhale, all the way, look up. Exhale, stretch back. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow, you can walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Finding a forward fold, toes together. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift, lengthening into the spine, bending into the knees as much as you need. Exhale, you fold. Inhaling, pressing your feet into the earth, rising all the way up, nice and strong. And as you exhale, you release, hands back down to your heart. And we're going to get flowing along with the breath. As you inhale, reaching your arms up, maybe arching into your spine. You should be ready already. Otherwise, just do what you can. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, stepping your right leg back. Drop your knee, point your toes. Lower lunge, reaching your arms up. Try to keep your ribs in, nice and strong. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Straightening your front leg, keeping your hips nice and squared. Inhale, coming back forward. Reaching your heart forward, see if you can drop your hips down. Exhale, hips back, keep them squared as much as possible. Flex your toes. If you need to bring your fingers a bit closer to your knee for good support, don't hesitate to do that. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Reach back, maybe folding over your leg already. Inhale, coming forward. Plant your hands, tucking your toes, stretching back, chaturanga. We'll take a vinyasa, lowering down. Knees, chest, forehead, arching into the spine, inhaling, cobra, look up, stretch the front of the body, exhale, reach back, down dog. Inhaling, right leg up, lengthen, keeping your hips nice and squared for now. As you exhale, knee to chest, stepping all the way through, keeping your left hand planted into the mat, reaching your right arm up for a twist, opening through the chest. And as you exhale, you release, stepping all the way through. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, you fold. Maybe hands behind your calves. And as you inhale, come all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, you release. Keep flowing along with the breath, releasing your arms. Sweep your arms out and up. Again, maybe arching into your spine. Exhale, folding forward. We'll take the other side. Inhale, lengthen, heart forward, energize. Exhale, soften, folding forward. Left leg back. Drop your knee, finding your low lunge. Reach your arms up, keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. And as you exhale, fingertips framing your front foot. Reaching your hip back. Hardha Hanuman. Make sure you flex your toes. Inhale, come forward. See if you can reach your heart forward. Dropping your hips down. Reach your hips back. So nice, good stretch into the back of the leg. The more you flex your toes, the more you get the calf stretch as well. Working with the breath. Last one. Exhale. Maybe you can fold over your leg, keeping the spine nice and straight. Inhaling, plant your hands, maybe building up onto your vinyasa. You can lower all the way down in one piece, nice and strong. Inhaling for up dog. Exhale, reach back, down dog. You can always stay into Cobra for an easy Vinyasa if you want. Otherwise, build it up whenever you feel fit. Left leg up as you inhale. Leg is parallel to the floor, reach back. Exhale, step all the way between your hands, finding your twist, keep squeezing your inner thighs together, and you press from your bottom hand all the way to your top hand. Look up, taking one breath. Exhale, you release, stepping all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Palms together. And as you exhale, you're going to lean to the right, taking a little side stretch. See if you can feel the stretch from your left hip all the way under your left armpit. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, other side. Pushing your hips out towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, stepping your right leg back, rising up this time for high lunge. See if you can keep your back leg straight, squaring your hips, relaxing your shoulders. Taking a few breaths here. See if you can sink your hip down a bit more, and as you exhale, opening out, warrior two, you spin your back heel down, 45 degrees into your back foot, relax into your shoulders. See if you can sink down a bit more so your front knee is right above your ankle. Enjoy that with the shoulders. Soft and strong at the same time. And next breath in, you flip your front palm, reversing your warrior. And as you exhale, windmill your arms down, planting your hands. We'll take a Vinyasa, stepping back, lowering down on the exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, reach back. Again, don't hesitate to make the Vinyasa nice and easy. Inhaling, right leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips. If you can start to open up a little bit more into your hip. And as you exhale, stepping to the outside of your right hand. So we'll take a bit of a stronger twist, maybe even stepping your left hand outside of the mat, reaching your right arm up, and see if you can sink a little bit more with your hip and reach back with your hand, opening through the chest. Keep energizing into your back leg. Exhale, here release, stepping all the way through outside of your left hand, finding a little Malasana. Yogic squat. If you can't go all the way down, you just stay there, that's fine. Maybe hands or elbows onto your knees. Otherwise, see if you can bring your elbows inside of the knees, pressing your palms together. And then releasing hands to the floor. Lifting your bum up. Straightening the legs, heel to your feet, back to center. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, maybe hands behind your calves, helping a little bit more, folding a bit further if you can, rising all the way up. Now this time catching hold of your left wrist, going a little bit further into your lateral stretch to the right. As you exhale, pushing your hips out. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. A little bit of wind here as we bend. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, energize into the spine. Exhale, you fold. Left leg back, finding your high lunge. Nice and strong into your legs. Reach your arms up, relax into the shoulders. Again, see if you can keep your ribs in so that you lengthen into the spine. So we keep working on the spine. And opening out, warrior two. Bend into your front knee, relax into the shoulders. So you want to make sure that your spine is straight. You're not leaning forward too much. Just taking a few breaths here, looking at your front hand. Relaxing the shoulders down so you find some length into the neck. And then on your next inhale, reverse, keeping the bend into your front knee. Exhale, windmill your arms down, planting your hands, taking your Vinyasa, Lowering down, one breath, one movement. Exhale, reach back, down dog. Left leg up, bend your knee, stack your hips. Start to open up a little bit more. Slow control movement, exhaling outside of your left hand, moving your right hand outside of the mat. And again, finding your twist, so you want to energize into your back leg, reaching your left arm up, and see if you can twist maybe a little bit more. And you want to think Bhujangasana, dropping your head back, reaching your heart forward to open up a little bit more, sinking a bit more into the inside of your left leg. And as you exhale, you release, stepping all the way through to Malasana, Yogic squat, as wide as the mat, coming as low as comfortable. Press your palms together, lengthen into the spine, so very good for the hips. You might even choose to gently move from side to side if that feels good. And then slowly, hands onto the floor, coming back up, heel toe your feet back together, inhaling, breathing in through the nose, lengthening into the spine, and as you exhale, you fold. Utkatasana, now this time bending into your knees. See if you can keep your fingertips to the floor, bend into your knees, keep that bend into the knees, and you reach your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, right leg back. Spin your back heel down. We're going to find Warrior One, rising up nice and strong. Try to keep your hips as squared as possible, shoulders as squared as possible. Looking up between your hands, taking a breath or two here. And as you exhale, you release, planting your hands, stepping back, taking a Vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Exhale, reach back, down dog. Now reaching your right leg up as you inhale. So watch the space around you, bending into your knee, stack your hips, and if you can go a bit further, placing your foot behind you. So again, watch if you're on a table like me, don't fall off the table. Arching into your spine, finding another sort of table. And then as you exhale, coming back up, stretching into three-legged dog, stepping all the way through, rising up into your high lunge. As you exhale, hands in prayer position, we'll find a twist, leaning forward. As you inhale, lengthening a little bit more, and as you exhale, find that twist, press your palms together. Again, we lengthen from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head, moving your shoulders away from your ears, and maybe you can even look up to the sky, right elbow right up to the sky, twisting the spine every exhale, softening into your abdomen, and slowly releasing, hands to the floor. You can heel toe your foot out to the left, finding a pigeon pose, releasing your back foot, reaching a bit further back with your left foot. Hands by your side, you can tie your fingers, maybe taking a little back bend if you can. Idea is that you reach your hips back and down. Ideally, you keep your hips nice and leveled to the ground. Maybe looking up and coming back. If you feel like a little quad stretch, maybe you can get hold of your back foot with your right hand. You can go also left hand. You can try. This is just sort of a little bit more twisty as you do with the opposite hand. And see if you can bring your foot a bit closer. This is also stretching the quad in a little bit of a different way, but you're also getting a bit more into the shoulder, I find. And slowly releasing, pressing your hands down, and you can stretch back, finding again a down dog, just walking your dog, maybe couple of times, and you can either walk or jump to the top of the mat, lengthening into the spine. Halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees. Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. Fill up the lungs. Exhale, empty everything. Stepping your left leg back. Spin your back heel down. Warrior one on the other side. So nice and strong into your front foot. Reaching your arms up. Looking up between your hands. See if you can bend maybe a little bit more into your front knee. One breath. And then exhale, release. Plant your hands. Taking Vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Very good for the nervous system, for the spine to regenerate. Inhaling, left leg up. Bend your knee. Stack your hips. Again, maybe you can flip all the way, gently placing your foot behind so that you find a version of a tabletop. And then slowly coming back, reaching your left leg back, stepping all the way through, finding this high lunge, so nice and stable into your legs. So take your time here, exhaling, hands in prayer position. Leaning forward as you inhale, you lengthen, and as you exhale, find your twist. And again, every exhale, see if you can twist a bit more at the navel. Again, you want to work your shoulders away from the ears so that you lengthen into your neck. Elbow right up to the sky, looking up to the sky. Taking a few breaths here, back leg is energized, wringing the spine so that we're getting rid of the toxins. Very good for the abdominals as well. Breathing deeply and slowly releasing. Set your hands down, heel to your foot to the right to find your pigeon, watching your knee. If you have any knee issues, obviously you want to probably go easy on this one, or even thread the needle. Again, you can arch into your spine, maybe taking a little back bend. They're always very good just before the twist. If we do, I've already done quite a few, but we're going maybe into that quad stretch with a little twist, if that works for you. Quads often get a little bit neglected, so it's always good not only to stretch the hamstrings but also the quads. One more breath, and then slowly releasing, pressing your hands, stretching back. Oh, good release. Down dog, coming down onto your knees, and you can walk your arms forward, working into puppy pose, so you keep your hips right above your knees, placing your elbows down. You can even maybe bring your hands in prayer position into the back of your neck, forehead to the floor. Or if you can go further, maybe you can reach your chest to the floor and chin to the floor, if that's available. Don't really have enough space here, but and then slowly you can come down onto your abdomen, stretching back into child's pose. Just taking one breath there, and then coming forward. You can walk your knees, crossing your legs so that you come onto your back, not on your back, on your buttocks. And we'll just take one last strongish pose. You can bring your hands behind you for tabletop, so feet hip width distance apart, and lifting up. So since I'm on a table, just double table, trying to lift your hips as much as possible, dropping your heads back. Very good for the shoulders. One more breath. And then slowly releasing, coming down onto your back. And you can give yourself a good loving hug. Ah, very good. Maybe gently swaying from one side to the other. And we shall not forget a good inversion for the regeneration of the spine, regeneration, purification of the blood is very important also. And the lymph, so we'll take shoulder stand. So if you're not too sure about shoulder stand, you don't want to go all the way to shoulder stand, you can just bring your legs up, hands under your buttocks, staying there. Or if you're going for shoulder stand, if you've never seen that before, make sure you don't turn your head, so watch before. You bring your hips over your head and you bring a good support with your palms into your kidneys. And you align your body right above your shoulders. And you breathe there for a few breaths. So you got a good compression, you can hear, I'm sure, in the throat. Very good for the thyroid gland. Taking a few more breaths here. You might choose to stay for a little bit longer, but this is just a short practice. Ideally, you want to be doing this pose for 10 minutes. We can also move into Halasana to release nice and slow, where you bring your legs over your head. So I'm probably not finding any floor here. If you reach the floor, you can release your hands. So this is a great stretch for the whole backside of the body. Focusing the breath this time more so at the abdomen level. And very slowly, keeping the legs straight using your abdominal muscles. You want to roll your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Sometimes there's little cracks. Little release. That's a very good pose after we've stretched. Legs come down last. And we'll take fish pose as a counter pose where you come onto your elbows. You can point your toes, keep your toes together. And arching into your spine, see if you can drop your head back, crown of the head to the floor, reaching your heart right up to the sky, drawing your shoulder blades in towards each other. Stretching the front of the body, taking a few breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose, possibly still going with your Ujjayi breath into the back of the throat. One more deep breath. And then slowly releasing, rolling your spine down. We'll just finish off with a nice reclining twist. So you can bend into your left leg, slightly shifting your hips to the right, getting hold of your left knee with your right hand. You can extend your left arm out, and as you exhale, nice and slow, you're going to come into a twist without pulling on your knee so much, just keeping your hand for a little bit of weight, and rather using the breath and gravity as you exhale, you get into your twist. Again, maybe a little bit of a crack happening into the lower back. You can also turn your head opposite to your knee, making sure that you keep your right leg nice and straight and active, so you have length from your toes all the way to the crown of the head. If you want to go further, you can get hold of your heel from underneath with your right hand, extending your left leg out, pointing your toes down towards the floor, making sure that your left shoulder is not coming off the floor, and you just stay there for a few breaths. So very good, this one for the piriformis against sciatica. If you have any of this, you want to make sure that you go nice and slow, but over time, when you keep doing this, This helps to cure most of it. And then slowly, very slowly coming back as you inhale, marking a little pause before you come back to full center. You can bend both knees, readjusting the whole body, extending your left leg. Again, just shift slightly your hips to the left. Inhaling right knee to chest, get hold of it with your left hand, and then slowly you start coming into your twist. Again, there's no pulling, just let the breath and gravity do the job. Just taking a few breaths here to go a little bit deeper into your twists. You don't have to, any twist is good enough, but again, there's no forcing, just really allowing along with the breath. And if you feel fine, maybe you go for the other second version, where you catch hold, cupping your heel from underneath to extend your leg. So this is a pretty strong stretch, much stronger. So we'll stay there for a few breaths. Again, trying to let the abdomen relax as you exhale to go a little bit deeper into your twist, just allowing for the twist to happen. And slowly as you inhale, you come back. Again, nice and slow to realign. Feel your spine, you can readjust, pressing your feet into the earth, hugging your knees into your chest. Feel the gentle stretch into the spine, maybe gently rolling one side or swaying one side to the other, massaging on the sacroiliac joint, the hip bones there in the lower back. Notice how this feels into your lower back. Maybe you can also take little circles, just one last little release. And then extending your legs out, finding a Shavasana. So probably 3 minutes is a good length. If you can do it for 5, it's good. Just letting go of the breath, letting go of everything, just feeling that regeneration that we've initiated with all the back bending, twists into the spine. And just let the breath be soft. These few minutes of relaxation really allow for the body and the mind to regenerate. Alright, you might choose to keep going with your Shavasana, or nice and slow, you can start to get some movement into your toes, fingers, reawaken the body that we have regenerated. Feel this new body, nice and fresh. Maybe you can stretch your arms overhead, pointing your toes, that always feels good, that nice big stretch, and then rolling over onto your right side. You can just take a couple of breaths on your side, letting the mind and body come back together. And when you're ready, coming back to a comfortable sit with your legs crossed in front of you. Just taking a moment here to lengthen the spine, to sit comfortably with your palms in front of your heart in the Anjali Mudra. Just acknowledging this beautiful body in which you're having this experience. You can also express gratitude for this body, for this experience. And we seal the practice by bringing the tips of the thumbs to the third eye, to bow in gratitude to the divine light that surrounds you and resides within each one of you. Hari Om Tat Sat. Peace, love and light. Here you go, yogis. So I hope that you liked the table practice. That was a little bit of fun, a little bit tricky sometimes. So leave me some comments. Let me know how you went, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Yoga Essence Sanctuary. The sanctuary just is about anywhere. The world is yoga sanctuary. Anywhere you can practice. You try to get a spot with no flies. It's always a bit more enjoyable. But otherwise, this is all about practice. Practicing yoga, trying to not be annoyed by them. So I'm obviously still practicing that. This is... they're very loving, but still. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video, and keep practicing. Even if it's a short practice like this, that's good. You don't need to do it on the table, obviously. And I'll see you soon. Au revoir. Bye bye.